Oh boy. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Alright, so we left off on the physics down by the waist here with the ribbon last time. Where are we? Oh, down here, okay. Okay, so we're gonna be adding some Y physics to this. I think we're gonna do a double pendulum here. After I've had some thought about it. Yeah. Here we go. Y Bob 1. That's the naming convention I want. So I've had to think about this, and I think I know how to make this look half decent. Maybe. We'll see. But it's rushing a little bit today, so my headspace isn't fully in the right spot in immediate time, or more like I haven't thought about what I was actually gonna do when I started. So also I found out that there was a mistake in the tutorial video uploaded yesterday, so now I re-uploaded it. Just see if that pulls in any new people. The very lazy re-upload, but it was like the title was wrong, so I had to make the change. I found it out as I opened Premiere today, which was a lot of fun. Okay. Did I do the X for these in the end? Did, right? Oh yeah, I did. Oh boy. Go select, and now we pull everything out. Okay, good. I think rather than morphing these in a very specific, usually more specific way based on what I'm looking at, I think I'm just going to do a more generalized way of morphing these. Actually, did I film anything today? Is my mic on? Okay, my mic is on, good, okay. There's a fairly good chance I'll forget to turn it on at some point. Okay, so these are all the Ys that sit here. So I'm going to increase the range of my actual Y motion, which I think I really need to do at some point. But, okay, let me just think about how to best do this. Okay, I think for these, I'll need a 2x2. Because I want to pull from the middle here. Why are these 2x2? The other one wasn't. Oh boy. Okay, they're overlapping slightly. Let's not do them at the same time. Okay, so Hum, hum, hum. Going to be a little aggressive with this overall, and let it really swing all over the place. Once it's combined with the other parts. So basically, when it swings up, we actually need to go away from the body. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to try and like enlarge, like just gorge this part out, essentially. And just force this inwards as much as I can. See if that is like too much or not. Not this one, this one. This might be a little like too much. I'm morphing this a lot. We'll see if it works the way I'm expecting it to. Okay, so first up for these, we're just gonna pull this in and out directly. Essentially the same thing to the Y2. Okay, so this isn't gonna do anything here, so that's fine. So what we're gonna do here actually is where's the main part of the bell? This is this one. We're just gonna do a very kind of aggressive wolf here. See what that does to it. And where's the refraction? That honestly isn't doing anything. Honestly, the refraction doesn't need to move. Like, it's not doing anything. Okay, let's just get that, like, actually, also, while I'm here, I may as well increase my wire range before we try looking at this. Wait. Kind of like bend the legs more inwards. Hum. Okay, so the wire range is a bit bigger now. We also need to move everything else with it. Okay, so let's have a look at what the ribbon is doing with the ribbon and Y. Y output at position, double pendulum, and 2, 1 2 1 2, 1 1 2 2. Okay, it's wobbling all over the place. It's definitely detaching at parts. It was not like super clear. The funny part is that if I just take the default of the bell, I think. If I just tell the default of the bell on both sides to move up a little bit and just be more hidden underneath the ribbon end by default, it will just become a non-factor because it'll be deeper inside the ribbon. Yeah, now it just looks like it's really attached to the thing. As I'm wobbling all over the place. It's a bit, like, too bouncy on some parts, but... we'll worry about the physics later. Right now, the job is to get the physics in first. And once again, I think we're going to check most of the physics against Vtuber Studio and not the Live2D editor. I mean, I know I can change the physics stream. I shouldn't be look at the physics stream stuff right now, because I don't really look at it very often. Because I started using this before that was really a thing. Alright, let me just see what happens if I just go... Okay, that also... Yeah, the problem with me missing the physics streams in here, because all of my motion is also done with physics, it just pushes that all over the place. What's dragging physics do? I don't know what this does. What is this? Oh wait, can you actually change it? Okay, you can do multipliers, but that seems like a lot more effort than changing it inside Live2D instead. So I think it's actually still better if I do it through Live2D. That just seems like a lot of trouble. Alright, so what still hasn't been done? This side's belt. Alright, so I haven't actually done the corners for this yet either. So this I actually got to like do even more while shaking. Hum. No changes here, so we'll just leave that. Oh wait, what am I looking at? Oh jeez. Hold up, I'm not looking at the right thing. Oh boy. Something like that. Alright, then we grab all of this. Corner it. All of this. Corner it. No. Hold up. You. Select. Corner it. They're really wobbly. They kind of actually look like they don't belong there a little bit now. But, it works. Alright, so now I need to do the code. Because I think the code doesn't have physics yet, right? Yeah, code doesn't have physics yet, okay. Might have to weaken a lot of physics just to make sure that, like, it doesn't cut through the leg. You really think of like how far off this is from the actual leg. I wouldn't cut through it, but the way I've done the tilting parts, it can actually very easily do that. Not the ribbon. Hum. No, that's the shoulder. The pad. No, wait. Body? No, that's the body. Yeah, that's the body. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's just see what that's doing to the code. It might be too much with everything else also happening around it. Yeah, I want this to look heavier, so we're gonna reduce this by quite a bit, I think. It's also swinging way too much on some angles anyway. You know, I think that was already doing that without having the X-swing in there anyway. Yeah, we're gonna try and make this look heavier. Alright, so also we'll add a little bit to her shoulder. Okay, let us go. Okay, go with that for the X. But I also want to try to do a Y to this. I mean, honestly, I could have done the same way you do breast physics on this. But I think we're just gonna do a more basic one. Because there's already a lot of things swinging around here. Yeah, go with that. Okay, now then. Y1, Y2. Okay, so Coat and Y Bob 1 and 2 Paul and 2. Okay. All right, so why hello there indeed. That's the only part of Star Wars I recognize. I will admit I'm not the biggest fan. I only roughly know the memes, and that's because one of my friends was so offended that I hadn't watched Star Wars before that he got our whole group to marathon it, which was a lot of fun. That was about what, 6 years ago now. So there's been more movies since then. I do not know the memes from those because Star Wars memes hasn't been as big since. Okay, let me just think about the best way to do this. Okay, so I just need this to pull up. Do I need to? How much do I need to regard the bit below? Or do I just yank the whole thing upwards? I think for this, we're going to go ahead and go. We want to pull up from about here. We're literally gonna grab the whole thing and just stretch it this way. Maybe pull this in a bit. That goes up. And then kind of just do the same thing going down. There's actually a very big motion here. Alright, and then what we want here is to go okay, can I do a 2x2 here? Okay, I think away from the body, we're actually going to flare this outwards, which means that we're actually going to go ahead and pull this inwards and out like this. Actually, if I'm going to do it like this, then I need the 2x3. Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and go womp this way and actually pull this out so that it's kind of like flaring outwards. I'm going to pull this back in a little bit up here to try and maintain that portion. Where are we at? We're at a 9 to 5:15. It wasn't just that he made me do a marathon, he literally got the whole group to do a marathon. It was quite spectacular. I don't actually know if he's like a super fan, because he also does admit that Star Wars has been going downhill since Disney acquired it, or acquired the IP. Okay, I think for this we're gonna go like this, and then we're actually gonna go like this and try and pull the cloth inwards without pulling this too far in. I think that's how we're gonna do this. How much do I need to yank this around in? Have a look at this. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and go wop, wop. A bit like that, just to kind of follow how the cloth is going. Okay. So when it pulls, what does it have to do? We're gonna pull the cloth all the way around, actually, I think. As much as we can. Which means we do need a little bit of motion up here as well. We'll go like that. Huh? Oh, right, Oh, I haven't done the, Y yet. Sure. Alright, I'm just gonna see what that does. Maybe we'll do both sides before we corner it. Okay, so Hum. Okay. Okay, so X1, X2, and X3. Hum. Bum. Alright, and then we do the Y. Oh, I called that Y exclamation mark. Let me just change that. That'll bother me if I don't change it. Hmm. Um. Can I call it that? Hmm. Hum. Hum. Okay. Alright, let's see what kind of hideous mess I've turned this into by having it try and spin so aggressively. Oh, I haven't done the backside yet. Oh, whatever, it's fine. We'll just see what the other parts are doing for now. Hum. Okay, I think the wire will actually look fine once the the backside is also going in with it. Alright, so oh, that's gonna be a problem. Actually it's not, because the back part doesn't really interfere too much. Okay. Alright, so the main job of the X part here is actually just to make sure it sticks to the, so that it looks like it's connecting at the bottom. That's literally the only thing this thing has to do. I think this part's completely centered. That makes life so much easier. Okay, we're gonna also add the shoulder X onto here because we need to do some adjustments for when that happens. So we'll just add it straight onto here. Just to make sure this is always covering everything it needs to. The good thing is that the bottom doesn't really interfere with the top, so we can kind of just do this and it won't affect anything. I mean, this isn't actually exactly symmetrical the way it's turning back and forth, but it doesn't matter. It's a very quick motion to begin with. Let's actually do the Y as well right now. And then we'll do the Y for the actual coat parts afterwards. As long as it's not sticking out the back, it's fine. Alright, now for the Y portion of this. Don't know if I'm gonna need to deal with the related parts. Okay, let's just see if this works correctly. Alright, when does that happen? Sure. What's the best way to do this? Alright, let me just stand up. Alright, trying to think about the best way to do this. Okay, let me just see if I can force it here. Okay, let me just make sure that... You're number one, you're number two, okay. Yeah, okay, But essentially, all that needs to happen is that the, all of the parts that you can kind of see at the bottom are always visible. And that's really the most important part here. Is this adding to the correct thing, or is it not? I fucking hate this. Oh my god, that's so unnecessary. Get the lines out of here. Give me space. Get these lines out of here. Okay, now put this in for both things, okay? It's not putting in for both. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Okay. But why? Oh, okay, sure. Honestly, this part's always covered, so it doesn't matter as long as the thing is drawing correctly. Okay, now stick to the red side. Just kind of... This is just essentially kind of force it to stick. Since obviously the shape of the part that's always covered doesn't really matter all that much. Why did this side work? Oh, it didn't, but it's still connected somehow. That's hilarious. Wait, is that the correct side? Can't really... Wait, no. I'm looking at green. Green is... should be green because the coat side is green. Let's see what that did to it. So best basically just forces that part to stick to the appropriate areas. Like so. Like so. Okay. I'm gonna lengthen the pendulums for the Y as well. Because that's gonna have to happen. Oh wait, is this breaking a little bit? I should probably actually stick the thing down here as well. Or I could be actually lazy about this. I think I can actually be lazy with this. Alright, let me see if I can just go ahead and go... and turn this into XY instead. Pretty much can. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do that. Just for the shoulders, we'll just turn this into an XY. Just so we're not messing around so many different parts at a time. I did not click there! What the fuck, mate? Why isn't it letting me select the Come on. Oh wait, it's because I'm still on glue. Okay. Let's just very casually get the shoulders on the two sides to match up where we need it to. Okay. It's not like perfectly clean on the lines, but that's also fine because this is a very fast motion. Alright, so that is essentially everything for clothing. Oh yeah, my half-assed starting of the color assignments to all the folders, and I just stopped. Okay. I think I'm just gonna mess with the hair at this point, because then the hair not shaking or everything else is actually a little jarring. Hum, 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 hum. Did I do the Y for inner piece? I don't think it did. I usually do the Y after I've done all the X, yeah. Hum, 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 hum. Oh boy, did the formula like wrapping into a coil like that actually scares me a lot. Hold up. How about you don't do that? That scares me a lot. Let's not have that happen. I freaking hate it when it does that. Does it have to wrap into a coil like that? Well, that's really terrifying. Okay, that's a bit better. I just don't know like it will negatively affect anything below it, which is usually the problem. Oh jeez. What I end up doing to like, how much should I put on this? X1, X... How the heck was I planning on doing triple X here? Well, I just put them in without thinking. This one could probably just do it with X and Y. Well, we'll actually deal with this later, but even... I mean, probably need a little bit of wobbling onto it just to make it not be particularly, problematic on its own. Actually, let's stick it onto the one and nothing else. And we're gonna do this by And we'll do a single Y, I think, when we get down to it. Hmm. Hum. Oh, think about it, do the Y for the side part. Hmm. Hmm. Was I supposed to pull in or pull out? I think I'm supposed to go in and then out. Hum. Rolling at the card games. I don't know if it's something that I'll enjoy, but I don't know if I have the brain capacity to even mildly learn the rules of another card game. Even though for the most part I don't really watch the card game animes with too much. It's usually like a story thing, right? Because let's be real, when you actually play the when you actually play the game, it's a lot different from the anime where they have to like purposely stretch it out. Because I feel like every single card game, like, I mean, the only ones I'm really familiar with is Yu-Gi-Oh! And then the other one I'm like mildly familiar with is Pokemon. And both of the games have evolved to a point where you're trying to kill the opponent like turn one. So I'm just presuming like every card game has reached that point where you have some crazy combos, especially, I mean, I guess it's not as bad as Magic the Gathering, where like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone are two that I know are like, if you're not buying the booster set, then you're not going to be able to play the game. Like, but usually it was that the animes for these games are just like, hey man, how do we stretch this out in a really dramatic way, which will never happen in the actual game because people have figured out how to play the game. Uh... Hum. I mean, I did watch like a little bit of the Duel Masters, I think it was, that broadcasted way back in the day, because that was on Cartoon Network, I think, like a long ass time ago. I did not understand a single thing except that they had a resource. That's the only thing I remember, is that they had a resource. But as far as I know, every card game is a resource apart from Yu-Gi-Oh. Because was the Pokemon's got the energy cards. Hum. 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 I think I would just do that. It'll actually just kind of work. just sits on one of the pendulums and just let it roll. Because it just kind of needs to flop similar to how an ear would flop, the way the hair's done there. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Bup, 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 bum. It's really wobbling. The physics hasn't been adjusted yet, so it's going to wobble for a bit, and it might not actually need to change at all. Hum, 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 hum. Bup, bum, bup, bup, bum. Hum, 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 hum. Oh, what time is it? Okay. Hum, 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 hum. Alright, I'll go with that. Alright, so because I'm using the bulb for stuff, we'll just grab everything with the pull. And then grab all the 2s. That's wobbling! Everything's wobbling! I'm actually approaching a point where I should probably put it into Vtube Studio and just see what the heck it's gonna do to it. Before that I should probably do the face, because I have completely ignored the face. It doesn't blink, well, the mouth opens but it doesn't blink. Okay, we're getting a little low on time, but I think I have enough time to squeeze out one more part. One more small part here. How was I planning to do a triple X on this? What the fuck was I planning? I'm going to like put in a 2 here without seeing out parameters. Might have to glue this down, but do I do a number 3? I really don't feel like I need it. We'll make the thing look incredibly floppy on top of her head. Hmm. Hum, 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 hum. Very bouncy right now. That would be remedied at a later stage.
Je serai le président de tous les Français.
That's wobbly. Look at that thing wobble. That sprout right here coming off the top of the head is wobbling all over the place. Alright, so I think we'll finish up here for today. So we've got, let's see, how have I separated the hair? The side back hair, which is like this part coming down the back, and then the actual back hair, which is behind. That's basically all that's left for the hair parts, and then we just need to deal with the face, which I basically haven't touched, which is 90% eye motion, that I haven't really worked with, because even as we slowly move through different tracking methods for webcam, apparently none of them can track my mouth, so and as far as I can tell, it only changes for the mouth tracking, not the where is it? The because this is say on the microphone, and well, I have an accent, so it doesn't really track very well either. So that's always a thing to think about. Where's the thing? Okay. But everything's wobbling all over the place. The way people like it, apparently. A lot of the motion has to be adjusted, obviously, but it is getting there. If I actually take the time off to get maybe the hair done off stream, actually, I could probably finish this next time, because it'll just be the face parts mostly, and then touch-ups after we put it into VTube Studio. Actually, for all intents and purposes, I think I'm actually just going to make the texture... Actually, should I make the texture at least? I think lagging enough already. Ah, it's not going to kill anyone. I'm going to regret this so badly. This is going to make it lag like crazy. It's going to be great. Let's see what this does. Let's see how horrifically I lag after I do this. Oh, great. The lines take up so much space. Oh, whatever. Let's see what this does to it. Sure. I think we're gonna need at least 3 textures anyway, so I might as well just make them more. Let's see if I can fit the rest into here without worrying about it. Oh, I probably can. If I'm gonna need 3 textures anyway, I'll just let the automatic layout deal with it. I'm not gonna try and Tetris grouping together. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh look, you can see the breast here. Oh yeah, the breast physics. I haven't done the breast physics yet. Isn't that what everyone's here for? Alright, what's wrong with this piece? Is there something on top of this? Why do you have all this extra stuff here? Okay, I don't know why that was freaking out so much, but I guess it's fine because it doesn't look like anything else is on top of it. Yeah, so hair physics, face, and then the face, or the eye physics, and of course, everyone's favorite, the breasts. Those are the things that are still missing so far. I'm just gonna give this a quick whirl to just see if I'm really lagging now that the texture... Actually, no, it's supposed to mess up load times when I'm loading the model up. Not really when I'm working on it, as far as I know. So it shouldn't... Actually, I think it's actually better now, because it's actually rendered the textures into memory, I think. Interesting. Alright, so anyways, that will do it for today's stream. We'll continue along with the hair, into the face, into probably the breast last. Because that's kind of out of the way at this point. It's not really, but, who knows? It'll be basically how I feel. So anyways, thank you very much for watching today's stream. If there's no random interruptions that I'll probably induce on myself, we'll finish this up next time. It's looking good, cheers, eh? There's a lot of crazy stuff done onto it to make it work, and I probably still need to adjust it. Remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed to catch probably the final round of this, if I don't interrupt myself, as did. I'm prone to doing that. Leave a like, cause it helps me out, and I shall see you all next time.